Hello, everybody. I am very excited today. With us on Common Time is one of our fantastic teaching artists, percussionist extraordinaire, Michael Skillern. I've had the pleasure of having Michael in my classrooms. I'm also an educator as well as an artist. The sessions were highly successful. So much so that I thought it was very important that we have Michael with us to discuss with you how to have a great, successful artist session. So, without much further ado, Michael, to you.
Hey, welcome everyone, and thank you, Christine, for that great introduction. Like you said, I am an artist and an educator on the CommonTime platform, so I'm hoping today that I can pull through for everyone with 3 tips to make your CommonTime session the best session that it can be. So, starting off with tip number 1 is definitely your content and your audience. I think it's so important when doing these sessions that your students and the educators you're working with feel like your content and the information that you provide is unique. I feel that you should be aiming to provide a special experience that is exclusive to those people. You want it to feel like something that they personally have that others are not getting. And there's a few ways that you can do that, but the way that I like to make sure that my content stays engaging, fresh, exciting, and tailor-made for that educational setting is by working with the client to determine what activities they've been doing previously, what activities they have coming up. Do they have any events coming up? If there may be a concert or an art show that's going to be happening soon. What were some of their curricular goals or some of the units they have been working on? And lastly, you can ask your client, what are the desired outcomes for this lesson? As a percussionist, when I come in, sometimes educators have a very specific outcome that they need to see accomplished. And what we need to do as the teaching artist is take those needs and that information and kind of marry that with our own personal expertise so that we're designing content that is exclusive, special, and unique to that specific situation, making the students and the educators feel like they're getting something special and exclusive that only they are seeing and that is tailor-made for their situation. Tip number 2 is the technology. This CommonTime platform really works best with external microphones and with some headphones. When you're choosing a microphone to use for your session, it is very important that you choose a USB powered microphone or some other type of device that has plug and play capabilities. You don't want to use any type of input device that is asking you to change your input settings. You want to choose a microphone that you're able to plug in and just automatically default to it and hit the ground running. Likewise, when you're using a microphone, it's so important to have some type of headphones as well so that you don't get that really icky, nasty feedback sound. Especially with musicians, we have this problem a lot when you're working with classes. So, with regards to technology, super important to make sure you have an external microphone so that you are heard clearly to your students and to have some type of headphone source so that you can hear everything that's happening well also. And tip number 3 to make your next CommonTime session the best that it can be is timing. With these virtual sessions, it is so important to be able to grab that student attention and engage them for the full length of your session. And we're always not able to kind of rely on some of the tried and true methods we use as artists and educators to elicit that response from students because of this virtual nature of how we're doing this now. So the way that you keep your lessons engaging and you keep their focus on you is by moving quickly. I like to, after I've married my client goals with my own personal expertise, plan as many activities and as many learning experiences as possible for your session with the idea that you're going to be rapid fire, moving quickly through those different activities in an effort to keep the students off balance in a sense. And that off balance nature of their experience there will really keep them keen, keep them focused on what you're doing, and keep them engaged. try not to spend too long on any one activity. Instead, keep your session moving. Go quickly, rapid fire style through different activities and experiences, and try your best to keep those students engaged in this virtual landscape through the duration of your session. So, Common Time community, hopefully I was able to share with you some great tips and tricks for you to make sure that you're having fun during your session and make sure that your technology is helping you have a great time for yourself and for your students. Thank you.
Michael, you bring the same energy to this webinar as you did to the students, and I know you bring them to other students, and it is mesmerizing, and I have learned so much. And we know that this whole time where we went from being in-person educators to suddenly being great technicians, learning this new technology and how it works along the way is really good. Our tech support wasn't really thinking about what was going to happen to the arts departments. And you just showed a really great, clear way. But I can say on behalf of myself, on behalf of Common Time, and any educator or any individual and any student that is lucky to work with you, you host a phenomenally good, wonderful, exciting session. So we are honored to have you with Common Time. Any words of advice, last parting words with any of our listeners?
Yeah, like I said at the end there, just make sure you're having fun. You know, if you're not also having fun in your session, it's possible that the students aren't having fun either. And we've got to use every ounce of body language and personality that we can, to come through in this virtual landscape, and make sure your technology is a tool that helps that and doesn't hinder it. It's talking about microphones. I forgot to mention that I prefer to use a headset, a variety of microphone that's connected with the headphones as well, kind of so I have that freedom of motion, and so that I'm not taking up any of my screen space there. So yes, have fun and make sure your technology is supporting you in that effort.
Michael, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We look forward to having you again on some more webinars and sessions. And thank you for helping out with our growing Common Time audience. You're a great teacher.
Yeah. Thank you.